Hello, my friends in freedom, liberty, voting, and all that cool stuff that has gone down the last couple of days. Wherever you may be and however you may be watching, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time, a lot of your time on Tuesday night. That's one of the longest streams, I think probably the longest stream we've done on this channel like ever. And boy, was it quite a night. Obviously, a good outcome for us. I mean, a good outcome for the country, if you ask me. Some people, though, are not very happy, and we're going to look at some of their reactions here on this stream. But yeah, the election is now over, and now it's all about the aftermath and what it's going to mean. And boy, a lot to break down on this one with my two favorite people in the whole wide world. First one being my hero life mate, Jeremy. What's up, brother?
I'm half paying attention because I'm looking for a really specific picture on my phone, but yeah, Liberty Prime, Ad Victorum, hoorah. I know that's all Fallout, but whatever.
There's Fallout news that we can talk about here in a second, too. I don't know if you noticed that I put it in our chat room a minute ago, Jay. But, and of course, the shape of the Lone Star State, my man, Tex. What's up, brother?
Life sucks most of the time, right? But every once in a while, the great Lord above is like, you know what? Here's something good. And I can't tell you how much time I have spent watching these liberals cry, bitch, moan, scream, beat their cars, smack cabinets, all because Trump won. Oh my God, it's just been so great, and I can't wait to just do it some more. I could watch these videos for the next 4 years and be happy. So I'm more than happy to be here. So what's up, everybody?
I will watch them for the next 4 years. I'll very good at myself. What's up,
JSP? Oh, yeah.
JSP person chat. What's up, brother? Dr. Nick. The liberal tears are delicious. Yes, they are. The
oh my God,
is the liberal tears. So amazing. So wonderful. Where'd you begin? But
and I took some heat for my comments about how I feel about a certain gender voting. I think it kind of proves me right whenever the majority of these people are that certain specific group. But I may be vindicated here. I'm just saying. So it's all good. But what are you gonna do?
Look at Aru Shin Chu popping in. What's up, Aru? I haven't heard from you in a while. What's up, brother?
What's up, Aru?
Good to talk to you and our friend from down under, Stuart McQuaid. What's up? So have we officially been unburdened? Yes, we have been unburdened by what has been the bullshit that has been. That's gosh. You know what's funny? It's like in her efforts to find that the one-liner that can kind of define a moment, she has given us such gold. It wasn't just like Biden calling people garbage or Hillary Clinton and the whole deplorables thing. It's like she's going for the quote every time she speaks. And she makes us sound so much better. It's like when this all goes wrong, she proves what a fuckwit she is. She gives us gold like that. I don't know, man.
I'll say this. I do have, since Tuesday night, I've had all kinds of joy in my life, and it's just been tremendous. So, maybe we have to thank her for that as well. So, what are you going to do?
But let's get to the final look at the map, and there it is right there. 312 electoral votes to 226 for Kamala Harris. It was. I mean, I honestly, I'm looking at this, and Nevada and Arizona I thought would probably fall for Trump. I figured Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina, I was taken off the board after the storms rolled through. I just thought the response to the storms was going to kind of bury her there. But Georgia stayed close for a little while. But by the end of the night, look, I honestly expected that as we took to YouTube today, that we would still be waiting for some official word that there might still be one or two important states out. I never in a million years thought that I was going to wrap that stream up on election night with a clear winner. And boy, it couldn't have been more clear. And it got to the point where it was like there was still 6 states left to call, 3 of them I think being swing states. But it was to the point very quickly where I realized it was like, if she doesn't win out, she's going to lose. That's it. That's the ball game. She has to win all the available states. And Trump was polling ahead, and I think all but one of them. Or was it the results were coming in, and he was way ahead in all but one of them. I was like, this is over. That's when I said we're in the point where you can start to think about calling this. And then one by one, some places did. And I think it was sometime late yesterday is when Nevada and Arizona, maybe even early today, Nevada or Arizona was the last one in. And that's the official map right there. You see the blue wall fell apart. I mean, he took 2 of the 3 blue wall states. He took Michigan and Wisconsin. I thought he might take Michigan or Wisconsin. I didn't figure him to take both. But it doesn't matter. He took Pennsylvania, he took Michigan, he took Wisconsin, and that was pretty much the ball game at that point. That was just over. Nevada and Arizona could take their sweet time counting votes because they just weren't needed in this one. Thanks for showing up, guys. We appreciate you showing up red for us, but the reality is we had this thing won by the time we got to you guys. But I don't know, Jeremy, what do you think? I mean, were you expecting this kind of a blowout, or did you expect it to be a little bit closer than this?
No, I didn't expect it to be like that. I think I recall I said my money was on Trump, but I didn't think it would be like that. I thought it would be a little closer. Again, I couldn't have really made a prediction at that point that it was gonna be something like that. We were talking about, I think I said, like, this isn't a red wave. This is a red fucking tsunami. Like, that was not even remote fucking fun. I didn't expect that. I don't think anyone did. And I think, and I'm sure we'll get into this in a minute, the thing that makes me laugh so hard about it is that, like, I've already seen people say, like, and it's the same argument every time of, like, yeah, well, the Electoral College is stupid anyway. I'm like, yeah, it's stupid when it fucking doesn't work for you. That's the only time it's stupid. And I'm like, he also won the fucking popular vote, so I really love to know what your fucking excuse is. I'm like, you fucking killed the Electoral College and the popular vote, and they fucking...
But he's an extremist. Like, he's going to take my rights away. Yeah, that's basically their whole...
They fucking live rent-free that they think, like, the Handmaid's Tale happened yesterday, and it's going to happen every single day for the next 4 fucking years. I'm like, get the fuck over yourself. It's not going to happen. He was already in office before. It didn't happen. You got the people you wanted in there for so fucking long, and what happened? Nothing. You still didn't get what you fucking wanted. So
you're a racist white male. What do you know? You took my rights away from me, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, what I know is I'm actually going to fucking afford to live. So,
well, that's what because I heard a lot of people questioning Trump for going and campaigning in New York and California because he wasn't going to win the state. I'm like, yeah, he knows he's not going to win the electoral votes. No, he wants to win the popular vote. He wants to eliminate that argument from their. He wants to take that error from their quiver before it even starts. Because if he rolls in there, wins the electoral college by a lot, but loses the popular vote by even 1 vote, that's what they're going to be screaming for the next 4 years: is illegitimate president, illegitimate, blah blah blah. By taking both of them, it's like they have no leg to stand on. There was no argument, and that's why she didn't speak on election night. That's why she waited until the next day.
Shut the fuck home.
Same ignorant shit that Hillary Clinton did. She waited until the next day. That's why. I mean, that's why there was no argument. She could have come out and said, "No, we're going to challenge this. We're going to wait till 100% of the votes are counted." But she came out. She was like, "Yeah, I called him and said, fuck it, we're done." It's like, I was
like, you went home and realized, no, we can't fucking cheat on this one. So, well, give it up.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Screw those people that came out to see me, though. You can't even thank them for their fucking time and then come say something again officially the next day. Fucking, that really speaks to your character more than anything else. If anyone wasn't convinced now, I'm like, man, she left you all hanging there and said, yeah, well, fuck you guys.
Well, what do you expect? She had nothing good to give him anyway. But Rushin Chu says, we'll see how Trump does for the next 4 years. The only thing I disagree with him with is the war between Russia and the Ukraine. I mean, he wants it to end. I want it to end. I mean, why are we spending a bunch of money over there? Why are people are, I mean, they may not be Americans, but I mean, people are dying.
They're holding their own, but like, fucking, can we stop?
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought was interesting. It's like when somebody asked him several months back, is like, what are you going to do to end the war? Who do you want to win between Russia and in Ukraine? He was like, I just want the dying to stop. He's that was exactly the kind of response he should have given, because the reality is this isn't our fight. We don't need to really be over there. We certainly need to be sending $250 million, $340 million, whatever $1 million at a clip over there every couple of weeks. We certainly need to be doing that. He's like, I just want this to end. Why are we spending money on this thing when we don't really have a dog in the fight? We're throwing them all kinds of money. You know what? Let's negotiate into this like right now, and then we'll all move on. We'll be done with it. That's what I like. I mean, I think they wanted him to say Russia. I think they wanted him to give an answer that they could twist around so they could make it everybody think that he said he wanted Russia to win, but he gave the right answer. And you know what? Honestly, it reminded me of an answer that Kennedy given about Vietnam many years ago when he was running back in 1960. They were asking about the Vietnam War, and he basically said, "Look, it's their war. They got to win it or lose it." He's like, because Kennedy did not want to put people on the ground in Vietnam. Kennedy gets killed. Yep. Johnson comes in and he's like, "Let's go to war, everybody," and then that's where Vietnam starts. Kennedy didn't want any part of that nonsense. So yeah, whatever. yeah, it was just. So I mean, I'm with him. I just want it to end, but yeah, let's talk about some of these numbers. You know, Tex, you and I were talking about it. We were kind of going back and forth about it earlier. Wrong one. Let me bring this back up. So I mean, you look at California, and it's just on the surface, you think to yourself, yeah, it's gonna be a solid blue state. Donald Trump actually took 40% of the popular vote in California.
Yeah,
he took 44.
That ain't peanuts either.
He took 44% of the vote in New York, 42% of the vote in Oregon, 38% in Washington, 46% in Virginia, and I don't remember, and I can read my own writing because I'm writing fast. I think there were 40 or 46% in New Jersey. All hardcore blue states, traditionally blue states, and he took a huge portion of the vote in those states. I don't know, Tex.
Well, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to point out, Democrats have been crying since Tuesday night. Where were those extra 15 million voters that Joe Biden got that didn't vote for Kamala Harris? Maybe now that elections were actually held accountable and we actually paid attention, you weren't allowed to cheat. Those weren't there, which swayed a whole lot of this, by the way. But, yeah, look at California right there. You can't tell me that within a cycle or two, I'm not saying in 2028 it's going to go full-blown red, but I could see within the next 2 presidential cycles, California going back to a red state. People can't afford to live. People are tired of obnoxious celebrities rushing out to tell you what to think, whether they're a sports star or a movie star. How are the Avengers feeling right now? They all assembled up to help Kamala, and yeah, they got defeated. So, how you feeling right now, Robert Downey Jr. and all your bunch of
I think I know what happened. Gone.
Yeah, there you go. Thanos was right, buddy. That's all I got to say. But this election has really showed people. I think they said 45% of black males and like 42% of Hispanic males voted Republican for the first time in this election. I mean, so many people have woken up to this. Hey, enough of the identity politics. Democrats don't care about us. We're a token to them. Because once the Democrats started flooding in our borders, now every state is a border state, giving them thousands of dollars a month, leaving U.S. citizens to starve. These people were smart enough to say, hey, I'm voting for the guy that's going to get me, not rich, but at least where I can live. And you know what? Now all these little liberal white women and the ones that can't see past their skin color, they're the only ones crying because you know what? They're still stuck in identity politics land. And it's very sad to see, to be real honest with you.
All right, here you go. I'll be your Tony Stark now. I don't have the glasses.
There you go. Well, I'm not sure if you want to be Tony Stark. He's one of them Kamala suckers, so you might want to watch out.
Okay, maybe I'll stick with Dr. Doom then. Same guy, right? I mean, he looks oddly familiar.
Hey, well, same guy, different universe. Does that really count? I'm not for sure, but it is what it is.
But yeah, you look at California. We pointed out. I think over the election stream, maybe before that, it's like this, dude. That's not a small amount. I mean, I'll click on this and show you some things. I mean, it's like L.A. County. You expect that to be kind of crazy. San Diego County is a little close, but San Diego's always been kind of purplish. They'll elect Republican mayors and stuff like that over history. But this is Riverside County, where there's a lot of heavy military population. I have a friend of mine that actually lives in Riverside in the Marines. That's where what's the name of the base that's there? I forget. There's a big Marine base down there. I forget. But anyway, right here is Orange County. That's the one Republican stronghold. That's kind of close. That's kind of about average where it usually is about a point. But that's one of the last few Republican strongholds in the LA area. Up here in my home area, Santa Cruz County, that's kind of about where I figured it. They're super liberal. San Francisco, obviously the big deal in LA. That's where you win the state is right there in those three places like that.
When the rich people start leaving California, you've gone too far. Hell, now studios are reaching out to places like Las Vegas to try to get them to build the new studios so they can move entire film studios out of Los Angeles because Gavin Newsom and Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris and all of their left-wing nonsense politics have ruined that place. Nobody can afford to live there anymore. I mean, it's no wonder that it's that red. I mean, you can't be surprised at this point.
Yeah, Stuart McQuaid's got jokes. Says rumor is Mark Hamill has left the U.S. and moved back to Dago by the swamp.
Oh, Mark Hamill. We need a
I'm like, dude, shut up.
30 years from now, some Democrat's going to find his way to Dagobah. It's going to be Mark Hamill living in a tree.
Luke Skywalker truly, he truly went to the dark side, and Mark Hamill finally had his one bad day. He went full Joker. I mean, like, he can't help himself now, but, what are you going to do? So.
Yeah, we'll get rid of this one now, and I'll go to a couple of other states. You click on what I'm clicking on. Let's see. What do you want to look at? I think New York was the other one I wanted to look at. I'll bring that up here in a second. And once again, not a let me bring this up. Not a big difference. Not a huge difference. I mean, I'm not just talking about the number of counties. I mean, if you look at it, Buffalo, obviously, she didn't win Buffalo by a whole lot. I mean, it's only about 10, 11 points, something like that. Syracuse, I figured, would probably go a little bit more than that. New York City, obviously, really heavy. Albany, the state capital, is pretty much. But, I mean, the rest of these counties, I mean, look, this is Suffolk. I think this is all the Long Island stuff right here. Queens.
Look at how many former Democrat voters, or not former, I should say, I guess previously Democrat voters switched over to flip to Trump. Trump is not, and now, just to be fair, I'm not a MAGA guy. I'm not rocking MAGA gear head to toe. I have just as many issues with Trump as I do anybody else. I think he's too soft on Israel. I don't like his position on immigration and a couple other things. But for the sake of the country and my pocketbook, that's he got my vote, obviously. But people are tired of just like I started with, voting with identity politics, and they said, hey, this guy, we could at least afford to live in his economy. Gas wasn't 3 times the price, and we could afford a trip now and then, or food, for God's sake. This is why so many Democrats flipped, you know what I mean? It's just, I mean, it's pretty simple.
Let me pull up some other stuff. See, New York wasn't the only one I wanted to look at. Let's go look at, Virginia was another one of the ones that didn't quite go the way that it was a lot closer than a lot of people thought it was going to be. Let me share that.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Virginia. I mean, it's only about 200,000 votes, roughly. 230,000.
I don't believe that there's any blue states anymore. I think there's blue areas, but predominantly red areas amongst the country. Just from the maps that I've seen from this previous election, there's no blue states anymore. That's all bullshit.
Yeah, you sent me that. That's the one map I wanted to bring up real quick. So I think you had sent me that one.
Oh, you mean the one where the only states Kamala Harris won were the ones where you didn't have to prove your identity that you were a citizen? It's kind of funny how that works out too.
I think Tim Pool maybe had posted it.
I posted a bunch in the group the last couple of days, but it's kind of funny. The only states Kamala Harris won were the ones where illegal aliens were allowed to vote. Shocker, right? Well, because the American citizens are tired of getting pissed on and told we're not worth a damn whenever you're flooding us with the third world garbage and just giving them everything. And whether you're white, black, brown, or purple, it doesn't matter. We're sick of your crap. So, the Americans spoke. And finally, thanks to Laura Trump and the head of the RNC, these election officials, they actually didn't allow cheating. And look at what happened. So, thank you, Laura Trump, by the way.
I'm trying to because somebody put up a county map and it was like all red.
Oh yeah,
it's like you look at it and you're like, how the hell did she get even a single vote?
Right. Well, somebody had posted. I don't know if I sent it into the group or not, but somebody had did a county breakdown of the state of Texas, and literally the only places in Texas that went blue were like San Antonio, which is a big blue spot. Dallas went, a couple parts in South Texas. Houston actually almost went purple. It was kind of interesting, but Texas was as red as everything else is. So for anybody out there saying, "Oh, Texas is a purple state," no, it's not. Go look up county by county. Not. It's a bloodbath. But yeah, it's these blue voters. They can go to hell. I got news for them.
Yeah, she only won Virginia by like what, 5 points? A little more than 5 points. That's not a lot.
Barely.
Virginia is usually a pretty strong blue state. But ironically enough, you want to know what one of the big winners was over the election that a lot of people didn't talk about? Ironically enough, even though I thought this was the one thing that a lot of liberals would have held on to, the big winner was abortion. I don't know if you guys kept up with this or not. There were 10 states that actually had abortion on the ballot, and it passed in 7 of them.
Really? Which ones?
Let me go to this, according to CNN, 7 states passed measures protecting or expanding abortion rights. You can see right there on the map, the green ones. Those are the ones that had all of these that are on there had abortion ballots or abortion measures on the ballots. And the green ones that passed, the purple ones that didn't. Obviously, Florida is pretty solid red, so that didn't pass. South Dakota did not pass. Nebraska actually had 2 dueling abortion rights cases or abortion rights laws on the ballot. One passed, one didn't. But I mean, look, Missouri, Nebraska, Arizona, and Nevada all passed. And those are all states that Trump won.
Well, there you go, ladies.
And then Montana, he won. Colorado, he didn't.
Well, for all these women hollering and bitching about my reproductive rights, go to one of those states, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear from them anymore. Yeah, you can go to hell.
Yeah, that's something that nobody talked about, and that's what I was having this discussion with somebody on Facebook.
They don't want to admit it.
Yeah, I was having this discussion with somebody on Facebook earlier. They were like, Trump, blah, 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 he's going to get out of my vagina. One of those stupid kind of comments. And I was just like, listen, you guys want choice. You say you want choice. We all know they don't really want choice. They want abortion, though, which isn't choice. But I mean, it should be a choice if that's what you're going for. But you don't really want choice. You want abortion. There's all kinds of reasons that I think that. But so I'm thinking to myself, by getting rid of Roe versus Wade, he sent the decision back to the states. You know what he did by doing that? He gave you choice. This is the choice that you want. So I think they just prove themselves every time they open their stupid fucking mouths that they don't want choice, they want abortion. And when Trump gives you the opportunity to have your voice be heard louder than it ever could have been with Roe versus Wade, it's still an active law, you get pissed at him. It's like, dude, he's giving you the choice. All these, you can have it put on the ballot every election if you want. All you have to do is fill out a couple pieces of paper, start a little coalition. You and 10 friends can get together and say, "Oh yeah, I want abortion rights in the ballot. I want to be able to get abortion up until my kid is 12 and blah blah, whatever nonsense you want to put." You can put it on the ballot and put it to the voters, and you can have real choice. These people don't see it like that. He is the best.
It's just like I said,
president the Republicans have ever put up, and it's to the point where evangelicals clashed with Trump about it over this election cycle. They were not happy with him, and that gave his campaign a lot of worry in the last month or so of the election, because the evangelicals were getting kind of pissed. And a lot of them said, "We're not going to vote for Trump. We're not going to vote for anybody if he doesn't say no abortion, all bad." And he was just like, "No, I'm not going to do that because we already took care of it. We already kicked Roe versus Wade out. Now it's back to the states where it should be, so people can vote on it." And how is that not the choice? How is that not exactly what you guys want? I don't get it.
It's just like I said on Tuesday night. The Democrats are still in power right now. You're telling me if they were really that concerned, Kamala Harris couldn't have walked into Joe Biden's office and said, "Hey, you're going to sign a presidential mandate right now that abortion is legal and free amongst the 50 states of the United States." They're not going to do that because abortion is the one key.
Years to do that.
Right. They've had decades to do that, ladies. If the only reason you vote is so you have the option to kill your child, number one, you shouldn't be voting. But number two, they're never going to give that to you, because if they take that away, you're never going to vote again because you got everything that you want. It's a key jingle. It's the same thing as taking away guns. They're never going to take away your guns. Do you realize how many guns are in the state of Texas alone? They don't have the manpower to do that. There's so many of these things that are just key jangles and dog whistles to get people riled up. It's never going to happen. If you want to have an abortion, fine. It's just like I said Tuesday. I go with the rules that Reagan said. Rape, incest, and life of the mother. Anything beyond that, sorry. You shouldn't go out and be a whore. That's how I feel about it. But what you going to do? So.
What is it this one person said? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. I haven't responded, and I probably won't because I really don't care to get into a debate like this with people who are obviously narrow-minded and don't want to hear the truth. But let's see.
Truth, you mean?
Just honesty. I mean, not even harsh. It's just like it's the truth that they can't swallow. It's the truth they can't swallow. I'm trying to find this post so that I can. I don't remember if it was here or not. The first one said it's got a picture of a "Make America Great Again" hat, and it said the Bible predicted that Christians would follow a false prophet and they would wear this mark on their foreheads. It's a picture of a "Make America Great Again" hat. The only comment I put on that one was, well, even the devil can quote scripture. But anyway,
I mean, the devil even knows scripture. I think is the point. Like he even knows.
Every president since Kennedy has been the Antichrist. People, calm down.
I know.
I'm somebody. I actually know the Bible. I'm from the Bible Belt. I know this stuff. Trump is not the Antichrist. Calm the fuck down, people. Jeez. My Lord.
Where's that long-winded post she put out here? See, somebody told her to stop being butthurt. And this person said, it's not being butthurt, it's being scared as a woman for our own bodily autonomy, which is a big word that they use to make them sound smart, but it doesn't really mean anything. We no longer have access to birth control, which is not true. Miscarriage care, which is not true. Abortion care. Abortion is not care, but whatever. Our rights to our body are gone. Not true. It's the fact that all minorities are now at risk. Coming from minority, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I've been trying to dig it up, but for everything I've read, it's that Trump performed historically well, like better than last time in all the minority groups. Are now at risk. LGBTQ, no. Black men and women, no. Everyone who has health issues, chronic health issues, no. Reproductive issues, no. All the rights we have are going to be gone. No.
Right.
So I just put every word of that is wrong, and she responded, "No, it's not. Have you read Project 2025? There you go. It's literally all what I said and then some." Dude, Project 2025.
Yeah. How many?
QAnon. It was easy fodder for stupid fucking people who don't bother reading actually what the candidates say. Look, QAnon, same thing. There's a bunch of things like Project 2025 says we want to cut spending. Trump says we want to cut spending. Okay, that's one thing we agree on. Then Project 2025 says, also, we want to build a Death Star, and we're going to go destroy other planets. And then because the Republicans agree with the one little thing, they try to lump you into believing that they believe the one big stupid thing. And that's not the case. And the argument I keep hearing is like, oh, well, a lot of these people that worked in Trump's administration the first time around are involved with Project 2025. It's like they're not involved with Project 2025. They're involved with the Heritage Project, who wrote all that stuff.
Right.
They're not necessarily people who are in there like, ooh, you know what we ought to add in there? We ought to add in there. We're going to build a Death Star and destroy all the Democrat planets. They act like it's something like that. It's not. It's all fucking retarded.
Well, they act like
these are the same
entire thing, and like he fucking didn't. You guys don't understand that. Like,
and that point right there is what pisses me off worse than anything. Anytime and I'm not a conservative. I consider myself more of a hardcore variety. But anybody on the further right scale of things gets into any kind of an argument or discussion of someone of the liberal variety. Oh, well, you're just uneducated. You don't know what you're talking about. You're talking misinformation. But then they start throwing out, well, Trump's going to install Project 2025. He's going to take away my right to blah, blah, blah. No, he's not going to do any of that, which drives me crazier than anything else, because these people over there, the same ones that are crying, I'm going to have less rights than I did yesterday, and all of this nonsense, are the ones that call people like me and everybody else who just wants to take care of our families, be able to afford to live and have what we work for, stupid. That's not okay. Now all those people are bitching and crying and moaning on the internet. Fuck every one of you. I'm not being nice. So go to hell. So
yeah, that's another thing that I think is kind of funny about this. They're just like, oh, you should be nice, blah blah blah. We should have the high ground.
No, I'm not going to be nice.
I've been called trash just recently. I've been called deplorable. I've been called a Nazi. I mean, these people are online referring to me as this all because I want to be able to afford to live, all because I want laws to make sense. I want to stop sending money to other countries where it's never going to do me, my family, or anybody in this country any good. It's not that granted, I don't always agree with the Republican Party. I've been pretty vocal. I think if you go back to the derail,
I'm not even a Republican. I hate them as much as I do the Democrats.
We even went live on January 6th on Derailed and all that shit popped off. And I said flat out, I said it's like someone grabbed their phone and said, "Hey Siri, what's the dumbest thing I could fucking do right now?" And she was like, "Actually, if you storm the Capitol, that'd be the dumbest thing you could do." And they were like, "Okay," and then they went in there and acted like idiots.
J6 was a honeypot trap from the beginning anyway.
I think it's the dumbest thing they could have done. I will 100% criticize my own party. I don't give a flying fuck. But it's all these people that are blinded like this person, like Project 2025. Come on. How fucking dumb can you be to believe this bullshit? If you don't have the capacity for critical thought, don't vote. And I hate saying that and I don't say that lightly because I think everybody who's at least physically capable enough to write their own name and speak in coherent sentences should have the right. Because that's all it really takes to be a citizen. I don't want to take anybody's rights away.
If you don't think you should have to present an identification to vote, you shouldn't be able to vote. You have to present an ID to get on a Greyhound bus, but you don't have to have one to vote for the president, the fate of this country. That, to me, is the dumbest argument that they have. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just dumb. It's such a lazy fucking argument. But you guys ready to start reacting to some of the great TikToks and things like that on the Twitter sphere?
I also meant to say, Frank, you're such a fucking noob. You spelled TikTok wrong in the fucking title, but whatever.
I might have to turn my camera off, to pleasure myself while I watch these videos.
I don't better mute yourself. I want to hear you sit here just like, I swear. He's over there golf clapping. That's what he's doing. He's totally giving him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Self high five.
Yeah. Northern DC asked, "Did you guys see these college professors canceling classes themselves?" Yeah. Somebody at the Ohio University somebody at Ohio University,
the educated
put out a post saying classes are canceled today because we know so many people are distressed by the events of the election on Tuesday.
Right.
Out of here.
Motherfucker.
You're fucking fired. Get the hell out of here. You guys ready for this woman who wants to eat people?
Oh, please do it.
Let's see what the tolerant left.
If you see me, keep walking. Do not make eye contact. Do not square up at me. Don't act like you know me. Like, I want to eat. Like, maybe they voted for Kamala, but like, I want to eat them right now. Like, I want to take a bite out of those glutes in a
little freak
bad way. If you see me, keep walking.
She's not talking about anything other than the fact that she wants to get a fucking train run on her by these three guys. I'm sorry. She's trying to mask it by saying she's mad about the election, but the reality is she hit stop on the recording of that TikTok. She walked right over there. She goes, "Hey guys, I will suck your dicks for free right here in the street corner and wherever the hell she's at."
Don't square up with her, bitch. I'm 6'5". I could rip your head off without breaking a sweat. Don't talk about squaring up. With
she's like, "Don't know me." I'm like, "I don't want to know you." God damn.
Right.
It's like, honestly, the first thing I noticed, maybe because I'm old enough to remember this TV show, I talk a lot about the TV show V from back in the 80s. She's wearing a pair of fucking glasses that looks dead ass like this 1983 TV show. These giant fucking yellow glasses.
That's what I was about to say.
The fuck? It looked like
she looks like she's wearing them.
Like ready to go snorkeling.
She's wearing those Tony Stark glasses that he controlled all that stuff with in that Marvel movie or whatever.
That's what these
Lord.
The
Yeah, are you guys ready for this one? Oh, it's gold.
Oh, please bring it.
Oh, it's gold.
Good morning. It is November 7th, Thursday.
Ugh.
And got my lipstick on today, so I'm a little bit more together.
Drown
Putting this plan
yourself.
together. I cannot live in a country that voted for Trump. I cannot
Leave.
live another 4 years under that man. Okay. And so we have made the decision.
He wishes he was under that man.
We are leaving. We have put a plan together. Our plan is to go back to Australia. And by back, that is where obviously Tam and our daughter Jordan was from. I'm working on immigration paperwork for spousal visa. I'll probably end up going over on a tourist visa initially because the spousal visa takes a while. I'll probably have to leave at some point and go to like Vietnam
My-
or Morea.
My favorite
and they-
part, I won't play any more of this because that's kind of what he does the whole time. But I was just like, dude, this is one of the ones, and I say this a lot when they put the videos of stupid people up there, like Alex the Garbage Man. This is one of those videos that's just like, I feel like this is fake. I feel like someone's doing this for the clicks. But at the same time, like, there really are people this mentally broken out here that actually think this shit. Dude, it's
Stuart McQuaid says, "Don't come here for fuck's sake."
He's in Australia. Yeah, he's in Australia, so your problem now.
Hey, you know what? I'll say this: Ronald Reagan shut down the mental asylum. Don't you think Trump should reopen them? Wouldn't that be a fitting thing to do and just fill these people with them?
I do think it's time. That's one of the big gripes that I've had since I became a more sentient person. And looking back at the Reagan administration, it's one of the things that I will knock about is defunding a lot of that stuff to help rebuild the military and use it in many other places. I get why he did it, but at the same time, that's one of the reasons why we're having some of the problems we're having now.
Right.
But let's see, which one do I have next? Oh, this girl. Oh, yeah, she's a winner.
Oh, this is gonna be sweet. Oh, cry, bitch, cry.
That is like the biggest cry I've ever seen in my life.
I smell fakery and daddy issues is what I smell.
Dude, I swear to God, it's like they're all after.
Well, it's funny. You notice that it says 2 sisters. I'm like, wow, 2 women voted for Trump. Could you fucking imagine? So somehow you're the black sheep of the family.
Could you imagine?
Obviously.
Just imagine how shallow you have to be to let a political election get in the middle of the thing that's supposed to be holier than anything in your family. Whether you like them or not, you're supposed to stand with them. And like that, how shallow do you have to be because they have a different ideal? You're willing to throw away family.
I think there's
like,
even like
I don't want to know
like
that kind of person.
Ending marriages and relationships and shit like
that.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's
why?
Disgusting.
I don't get it.
You know, look, I was upset when Trump
deep,
didn't win 4 years ago. I'm still 100% certain that there was some kind of fuckery that went on with that election that hasn't been exposed.
100%.
Everybody wanted to look. I don't know what it was. I don't know how deep it went. I don't know if it was a bajillion votes. I don't know if it was 5 votes. I think something happened. But you know what
I'd say it's about 15 to 20 million or so.
But when they called Biden the winner and he officially took the oath of office, you know what I did that day? Went to work.
Yep.
It was another
day. You know how
bad
for the past
every day for the last 4 years was the same thing. I just get up, I go to work.
But Frank, how did you ever survive knowing that your leader didn't praise you and pat you on the bottom and tell you were a good little boy? How did you not do that?
I'm not 95% oversensitive vagina. That's how I managed to pull that off.
You know how bad I just wanted to post right after the election. I'm like, you guys know we're all just gonna still have to go to work tomorrow, right?
I was. Yeah,
right.
I thought that every
all of the middle class, including Kamala, where we all gotta go work tomorrow. God damn it.
Yeah. It's like every fucking election, people. This election is the future. The world's gonna end in 48 hours if you don't vote for my guy, motherfucker. Get out of here. I really I know you can't pass laws like this, even though I'd really love to see it happen. It's like anytime someone says I'm leaving the country if so and so wins the election, it's like I want you at the fucking airport when they announce the final results. And if that shit doesn't go your way, I want you on a fucking plane and I want you out of here. I want you gone. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Leave your passport, renounce your citizenship, sign the paper. We'll process that shit as soon as they finalize the election. Get the fuck out of here. Leave. Go away. Don't need you here.
Vaya con Dios.
As many times as people have made that threat and shit, I'm just like, you know what? Man up. Get the fuck out. I'm just tired of hearing all this bitching.
Stephen King, Rosio Fat Cow, Mark Hamill, everybody on The View, about 3/4 of Hollywood. Bye-bye. We don't want you. We won't miss you. Yeah, look at this winner right here.
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord.
She's another good one.
Oh, man.
This one.
I loved her in The Incredibles.
Oh,
Lord. I'm sorry.
That's funny. That's good.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today.
I bet you are out of medication.
And I saw a woman walking her 2 kids. And she had this look on her face. And I looked at her, we made eye contact, we both kind of nodded. Like we were both just devastated. And you could just tell in her eyes.
Oh, Lord. Crap.
I can't believe this country did this again. Why
I bet
did I
her
let
cat's
myself
hating her
have hope?
today.
Oh goodness, the team.
Oh,
I wonder
wow.
if I put on my other 2 pairs of like backup glasses, will I have as much glass in front of my eyes as she does? There. Now I have as
She
much
was
glass in front of my eyes.
I think
as she
it's
does.
perfect that she was on her way to get her medication. I wonder how many mind-altering Prozacs and God knows what else she's on. She's probably on Quaaludes as we speak.
Here's what I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that at some point in the next couple of months, we're going to hear something about another mass shooting. It's going to be this girl right here because her meds didn't fucking work.
Oh, yeah. Everybody screenshot that face just so we know who goes after the next protesters or something. Yeah.
There
you go. I changed my name on the screen. There you go. Is that better for all of you? Does that fit better? It's the hat, isn't it?
Now, Nick, you're making it you're assuming she's a woman, Nick. Don't assume her
Really
gender.
rude, man.
See, when I look at that creature, I don't even want to think about her nether regions whatsoever. I don't even want to see her face, much less downstairs. So, you're a braver man than I am, Nick. So.
Yeah, Stuart, I saw that Trump's resignation letter to McDonald's.
I saw a meme of like somebody going through a drive-through at McDonald's, like grabbing the bag. It was Trump with that big shading grin on his face, and it was Kamala giving him the bag through the drive-through window. I'm like, God damn it!
I saw one. It was a picture of him from like in the store handing the bag up to somebody. He goes, "This is probably the last year I'll do. I just got a promotion, a really big promotion."
Yeah,
like,
I need a die cast.
Not a big deal.
I need a die cast of a white garbage truck, and I want to put a Trump sticker on the side of it. That was my favorite moment in the entire thing. Showing up in that garbage truck. That was great.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
You notice that in a lot of these videos that they keep looking at their phone for views. There's one that I'll show here in a minute that it gave me this thought that of just how disingenuous these fucking people are. But I'll get to that one here in a minute.
They're looking for attention because Daddy didn't love them like they wanted. That's all this is.
Yeah, here's this crazy twat that wants to kill people.
I would go as far to say that I would purchase a Glock, and if you and I are walking on the same street and it's dark out and you're a white male, you have to be white for this to count, okay? If you're a white male, even if you don't approach me, I will shoot you. Yeah, I know. So
somebody want to send that to the police department in her town?
You and I. Has to
but
be
if we did that,
oh
my God.
During the day,
right?
Not so much, but at nighttime, okay. And you have to have very white skin, and be a male. I would go.
Oh goodness gracious! I mean,
man.
You want to play tag, bitch? I could close my eyes and fucking hit your fat ass. Don't fuck with me.
A Glock? Does she know what kind of toys we have? That's nothing. I had one of those as a teenager. Like, come on now. Like, are you kidding me here? This is
I'll be in the grass. You won't even know I hit you. A wall pop out and be like, yeah, Bushman. Woo.
There ain't see, this right here is the kind of, and I'm gonna use the term loosely, but woman that has real big balls until they're approached, and then he hit me, he did blah blah blah. Arrest him. That's when they go back to gender roles. This is what this cat lady is.
It's like the Catch Me Outside girl. It's funny how she said that shit. She stood on that. Then she actually, in fact, got caught outside and got her ass fucking beat. I'm like, that's because you're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it's Dr. Phil's fault. He ruined my life. And then I had one where I made a meme where I cut to Red Foreman. I'm like, no, bad things happen to you because you're a dumbass. Like, no, like
I can smell the cat piss through this video. I don't know about y'all, but like that place stank.
What gets me, it's like it's like Trump will be like, as soon as I get elected, if I do this, it's going to be a bloodbath in the automotive industry if this happens. And they're like, oh my God, he said a word that's bloodbath. It sounds bad.
He's going to kill everybody. Like, no.
I'm willing to bet this is one of the bitches that was just blowing up Twitter, X, or Facebook, or fucking, what is that one that Facebook dude started? Not Mastodon. That was the other
Meta?
Yeah. No, he started like a Twitter alternative that nobody fucking is on.
Oh, Truth Social or
no. Truth
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but yeah, Zuckerberg started his own version of Twitter after Elon bought Twitter because
I think
he wanted to have.
Is it called Threads?
Threads, that's it. Threads.
Yeah, that is it.
This is one of the bitches who's all over Threads, like, oh my God, Donald Trump said bloodbath. Now here this bitch is trying to call for like, I'm gonna buy a Glock, okay, and shoot you, okay. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Okay.
Bitch, you want to get into a gunfight?
She would know a Glock from a water pistol. I'm not scared. I'm fine.
I'm willing to bet any 13-year-old that has ever played a couple games of Call of Duty or Fortnite is going to be way more. It's going to be way more at an advantage in a gunfight.
Like I said, I grew up shooting through a scope. Trust me, you won't even know what the fuck hit you.
I don't even need a scope. I will have fun with it. I will 100%. I will start doing trick shots like around here, under my arm, under my leg.
No, you don't have to do that.
I will play a gun game. We're on the last round, bitch. I'm gonna shank you. Winner.
You ever play one shot in Call of Duty, bitch? One bullet's all I need.
Do you really? Hang on, guys. Do y'all really think?
You won't. Snipers.
Do y'all really think she even possesses the strength to load a round in a magazine, much less slide it back and pull the trigger? I'm guessing no. So I think we're okay.
I'm willing to bet the reason why she said Glock is because that's the only gun word she knows.
She knows Glock and AR-15. That's all that she knows.
I'm willing to bet if she knew anything about guns, she wouldn't just said Glock. She'd have been like, I'm going to get my MP5 or like a better gun.
Right.
Let's face it, Glock is a pretty generic term for people.
It is. It's like Band-Aid or whatever.
Yeah, it's like so. So that's just the word that she knows.
Roll up
so
with the gat.
That out there. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. She's gonna use some like old, like early 2000s ghetto movie slang. Roll up with my strap, homie.
West Side.
Right.
Whatever. Let's go on to the next one of these morons. Oh, this is something interesting right here. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. The Bellwether County winners of the election. Now, these are the counties that they say you have to win to become president. Now, are you saying now Reagan in 84 won them all, Bush in 88 won a bunch of them, won the election, Clinton, same thing, he wins, Bush wins, Obama, Trump, and then Trump this year wins a bunch of them, but like the one outlier, I mean, Biden wins one of the fucking 15 bellwether counties, and somehow he got 800 bajillion votes. I just don't understand.
It's almost like they stole it or something. There's no way that's real, right? That didn't happen. No,
bellwether county is what he won. Yeah, I don't.
My Lord.
Here's what I want to see happen. Now that Trump's going to be in office and he can actually make some shit like this happen, I want to see a couple things happen. Number one, I want all the Kennedy files just get dumped. Just let them have it.
Yeah.
Because he did say, because Rogan asked him about this when he was on Rogan's podcast a couple weeks ago, and he was just like, well, we still can't release some of the stuff because some of these people are still alive. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, if somebody was involved in this whole situation, whatever the hell happened,
they were,
was 20 years old when this happened, that would make them 84 years old now. I don't fucking. I'm not saying prosecute any of these guys. I'm just saying I want the fucking truth. Same thing with all the shit from January 6th. Same thing with the fucking aliens. I want to know, damn it.
No, not just that. I want everybody that was associated with that nonsense on January 6th, records wiped clean. I want complete freedom for those people.
I want either commutation or pardons. Either commutations or pardons.
I want pardons.
Some people did
anybody associated with that.
Yeah, some people.
Every Jan 6er, whether they're loose or locked up, I want every Jan 6er to be exonerated immediately the first day that Trump is in office.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's another winner. Oh, good God. Let's see what this has to say.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is there's a blue bracelet that we need to wear because I want to make sure that nobody ever thinks that I am one of the apparently majority of white women who voted for Donald Trump. I do not want you ever to think that I was one of them.
I know you
So,
weren't.
I would never think about you in the first place, sweetheart. You think too highly of yourself.
Let me know.
First of all, fix your eyebrows. The fuck?
Right.
What do we do? Where do I get said bracelet, or am I just making it myself?
You're making it yourself, bitch. You're probably making this shit up anyway.
Hey,
no, tell you what.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of oh god damn it! What Office Space? You know the Nazis used to make Jews wear pieces of flair. That's what I'm doing with shit.
Hey, I tell you what.
I think we've been down this road before.
I don't think a blue bracelet is enough. I think she needs to go full on blue man group, shave the head, go from head to toe blue paint, and live in your shame. I want you to live in your commie filth that you tried to push on us by stealing the last election and trying to ruin our country. That's what I want for this one right here.
Yeah,
please
commit,
and thank you.
Yeah, Texas right. Commit. Really sell it.
Yes. A bracelet is not enough. And I'm not talking like, paint that Jeremy might wear on a Halloween costume. I want permanent. I want it to bleed, to turn your skin for the rest of your living days. Please.
These people. I've also noticed something else. A lot of these people, these videos, they got the nose piercings. I'm not saying a nose piercing is bad.
Oh yeah, no, that's it.
Wait a minute.
If you ever see that,
look, I'm saying some women can rock it, but again, it's all about attitude. These chicks, it's like no, it's like the one chick that had like the full like diamond studded whatever the hell. That's just too much. Yeah. That's just too much. But
that's a sign of daddy didn't give me enough attention. That's what that is.
Well, the problem with that is I'm just being nitpicky, but I'm like, it didn't really fit your face. Like I said, it actually looked like a bull ring on your face because like your face was so much smaller. Right. It just didn't look right.
Right.
And here comes this one.
I'm so glad you guys got your cheap ass groceries and your cheap ass fucking gas because you're fucking broke as shit. You're fucking broke. You're fucking broke.
How are you?
Broke.
Oh, she's angry.
Serious, you're fucking broke.
Oh, she's hulking out, guys. She's hulking out.
She's an angry elf.
We wouldn't like her when she's angry. She's turning green over here.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Were you just trying to insult me because I'm poor? Like, was that all you? Is that all you got?
See, here's the thing. I wasn't poor when Trump was president the first time. Why do you think we voted for the guy? Just say it. But, whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, I was telling Jennifer, I don't know, last night or something like that. I was like, when Trump signed his tax cuts during his last administration, I said within a week or two, my checks went up like $50 a check. That's not a little bit of money. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's like
it was almost instantly. Yeah,
that's like a tank and a half of gas or something like that. I'm just like, I would much rather have that than to have this bitch be happy that she can get an abortion after she.
If Disney ever wants to
like that.
If Disney ever wants to recast She-Hulk, I found their star for them. She'll fill that rage roll out perfectly. Just paint that woman green and you got it going, pal. So,
yeah, she is. She is some kind of special.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The best part really is at the end where she goes like full angry eyes. I need somebody to like fix this to where like actual flames come out of her eyes or something like that at the end. Oh Lord. That's pure comedy. I love
it. If there's a man in your life, dude, you need to run now.
Oh
yeah. For any single guys
like pansexual or something like that.
Maybe.
Well,
you need to run. Crazy bitch.
Yeah, if there's any single guys watching our show, whether it's tonight or in the future, bookmark this as what to run away from when you meet a woman. If you see any of these traits, you go far, far away. So keep that in mind, gentlemen.
You guys are welcome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. The more you know, put the banner up. The whole shooting star.
The NBC thing or whatever that was at the end.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear some more calls to violence?
Oh, let's do it. I'm ready.
But the left doesn't do that.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, let's see it.
You know that someone in the White House would better take their shot right now and better not fucking miss.
Ooh. Secret Service
for you if you need a safe house.
I have something to say about every single one. I hope you hit a speed bump and knock your fucking head on those goddamn buttons on your roof. Fuck you.
How much you want to bet a black
lose your fucking
issue?
One of those.
A couple of black SUVs show up at her workplace or home for a little visit after videos like this. You want to think?
You know what? I
would
bet they
hope so.
won't.
Anyway.
I bet they won't right now because the current administration doesn't care. And let's face it, they've been promoting this kind of shit anyway.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's just, it's just like Jeremy said a couple videos ago. If people like us went on the internet and said these things, the cops would be here before this live stream was over. Like you would see us live PD arrested.
We'll get swatted right now on air.
Don't tell me that there isn't a class system in this country.
I almost said something during the election stream that would have gotten me in a lot of trouble because it's something that's been on my head for a while. And I was like, if I'm going to say it, election night's going to be the night. And I was like, nah. I'm good.
Nah, you still got till January. We're safe.
Especially once it got to the point where Trump looked like he was going to kind of walk away with this thing. I was like, yeah, if it was close or if Trump was losing, I might go ahead and shoot the moon on this one. But I was like,
right.
I'll let that one happen like at the parties here after a few drinks. I'm not gonna put it out there on the internet to be out there forever. But yeah, that was. Oh, here's another one.
Oh, here we go. Stuart McQuaid.
She's not nearly as violent, but yeah.
Stuart McQuaid in the comment. I'd rather try and hump a kangaroo. Well, you know what? They would probably like you a lot more than these women would, so I can't blame you. So yeah.
Pete, am I only talking about the left extremists, not the right? I mean, the bottom line is, while there are some people on the right who are dumb as fucking hammers, I'm not going to deny that, and I've made fun.
Oh, that 100%.
But the bottom
anybody
line
in the Q movement, yeah,
like I said earlier, I mean, most of the people in the Republican Party, they lose an election, they just get up the next morning and go to work. There's still life that needs to happen. I mean, you don't see a whole lot of people. January 6th kind of notwithstanding, but I mean, even that wasn't. Dude, you have motherfuckers out there calling it worse than 9/11 or worse than Pearl Harbor. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Come on. How dumb do you think we are? Now, do I think there are people on the right that are wrong? Absolutely. Do I always agree with the right? Absolutely not. I've said it many, many times on here, and Cora being way more left than really any of us, I've agreed with her on some things, like we need to take the environment more seriously. I have odd views about abortion. I don't like it overall, but I don't necessarily think that you can legislate a solution to it. I think it's different. I don't think it's that kind of a problem.
Yeah.
But it's like the bottom line is for every one person on the right that makes a stupid video like this, there are 5,000 people that make these videos.
Oh yeah.
And it's not, and they're, so it's not, look, bottom line is I can tell you that a lot of people on the right don't make videos like this because they don't end up on CNN. You want to know what CNN does? They will find one person who says something dumb or whatever, and they will put it across every news channel they can find for a solid week. One person, hoping that we will think that that's the norm. That's the whole thing about like QAnon. It's like they thought because one psycho guy who was in QAnon voted for Trump that every Trumper was all into QAnon, when the reality is Trump had no fucking clue who those people were. Trump didn't give a fuck. And all the time where somebody was like, what do you think of QAnon? And he was just basically like, do they support me? And they were like, yeah. He goes, oh, well, then, yeah, they're not that bad. And he just kind of walked off. He didn't know what the fuck QAnon was. Same thing with Project 2025, which is one of these people that thinks he's throwing at my face. No. Just because they agree on a lot of the points, like they don't like abortion, they want to cut the budget, kind of the things that are the normal talking points. Somebody like Project 2025 comes out with this thing, like I said earlier, it's like, we want to build the Death Star, destroy all the blue states.
Hey.
Because
Trump
has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. He doesn't. Just because some of these people are Republicans doesn't mean they're all up in the same boat. That's the problem with some of the fucking liberal idiots. It's like one conservative will say something dumb, do something dumb, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, see, all Republicans now are the problem. No, that's not the case. Neither is that the case for the liberals. Now, when I start showing these pictures of these bitches acting like this, I don't think all liberals are bad. I like Cora; she's a liberal. 99% of my family are California liberals. I know liberals around here. I mean, I've dated liberal women. I don't hate liberals. It's when you are completely fucking retarded about your point of view, when you let your ideology overrun your logic and your reason, that's when you get stupid bitches like this one right here talking about we need to go kill, somebody needs to take the shot, don't miss. That's when you get people say shit like that. That's the problem. So it's only the left that are giving me the fodder to use in a video like this. It's not the right.
Look at JSB's comment here. How many people on the right tried to burn the country down during the summer of love, and they're mostly peaceful protests? Yeah, how many of us were out doing that? I didn't see that happening in 2020. It was that other side. So
wasn't it like it was a bunch of liberals that went like into the White House and like and firebombed one of the historic churches right there down the street from the White House.
Yeah,
and forced the Secret Service to run Trump into Peoc. It's like
when people were like looting and rioting and shit. Like, wasn't it, like really liberal?
That was the summer of love. Yeah,
they firebombed a historic church in D.C. that has been there for like 150 years. But no charge, not one single charge, not one investigation launched in Congress. None of that bullshit. But because now there are some people at January 6th that should have faced charges. They should have paid a price. I don't know what price they should have paid, but there are people that have gotten like 18-year jail sentences just for like walking in there, looking around and being like, "Oh, this is crazy," and then turn around and walking back out. Some guy got 18 years in prison and wasn't even in DC. He put something on like Twitter, and they got him for inciting a riot or something like that. And gave him 18 years. I mean, does that make any fucking sense to anybody? It doesn't make any sense.
Like how they always want to say that like Trump told them to all go out there and do that. I'm like, he didn't fucking tell them to do anything. Like, he didn't incite this.
Okay. Can you highlight the Peter the Draft Kid comment there at the end? He says, "Here's my take. We treat our politics like it's a sporting event. We don't come together enough. I have a good sum of okay, here's the problem with that. There is a certain small group, whether they're centrist or whatever you want to call them, that you could possibly come together with. But all of these people that we're showing videos of, how do you come together with them besides bending over backwards to their will and allowing them to do whatever these little princesses want? At a certain point, you have to take a stand and say, what you want is killing our country. We cannot do that. You want to vote for Kamala simply because she might allow you to have an abortion, but she's going to bankrupt this country and kill it. You can't come together with crazy. You have to lock crazy up and go forth and prosper so these people can actually have a life too. They're just too stupid to see it. You can't come together with nonsense. That's
I wish we could.
That's ridiculous. I do too.
It's like if it's
I do too. Yeah.
If you really want shit to fucking get done, I'm like, you got to quit this us versus you mentality. Like, and this goes for fucking anything. I'm like,
how about you quit calling us
people to fucking
deplorables and garbage and Nazis? How about you start with that first?
Yeah, like quit fucking just name calling the other side. I'm like, you don't understand that maybe some of these people do agree with you. Like I've said it too. I'm like, I've got friends on either side of the fucking fence. So I'm like, and we're all still friends. Like, you know, we may have different opinions on stuff, but again, at the end of the day, like we all said, we're all still going to work. We're all still fucking out here living on the same fucking rock. We're getting put in the same goddamn earth. At the end of this shit show, but you know,
even me, who's somebody is. I mean, I think at least on this panel of the three of us, I would say I'm the furthest right out of any. I think it's fair to speculate.
Yeah,
I have friends that are on the liberal side, and guess what? Whenever we hang out, we don't discuss politics. We're just regular people. Why? Because they don't do this crap that all these other people are pulling. They're regular folks. It's just so many of these people are polarized. It's ridiculous.
I like the idea of us coming together more. I don't think we come together enough either. The problem is you want us to come together with people that 5 minutes ago were calling me a Nazi or calling me anti-Semitic. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I as much as California is a train wreck right now, I still say that one of the best things that happened to me in my life, I hit the fucking lottery growing up in California in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Like there's a reason why they said that California was 5 or 10 years ahead of everybody else, because I grew up with natural diversity. Being gay didn't matter to me when I was a kid in the 80s. I played baseball with a couple of guys that I knew were gay when we were teenagers, and we didn't talk about it much. We didn't give them any shit. All I cared is those guys showed up. They worked hard. We won a lot of games. We celebrated together. We were sad about losses together. We were there for each other. We were brothers in the field. That's all that mattered to us. Walking around the street, there was people, different colors, different races, gay, lesbian, whatever. None of that shit mattered to us. And now I see California and that diversity is forced. And that's why California doesn't feel right anymore. Now, instead of California being 5 or 10 years ahead of everybody else, I feel like it's 10 years behind now.
And that's what I was going to say. Like you mentioned, like, you know, you can have a pretty diverse group of people but you're all doing something you like together. You're all going out and playing baseball. And I was going to say that. I'm like, I've gone to, you know, music concerts. I go to Comic-Con, as you guys all know. And I'm like, there are many walks of life that go to these same events. And I'm like, we may be completely different if you want to break us down by, again, just judging us and defining us by what we believe in. I'm like, but we're all there because we're all like this same thing. We're all, it's, you do have more in common with other people. It's not just what your political ideals are, what your fucking identity is, like what that's not, it's not as black and white. It's just like, that's how it should be. And well, because you're not the same thing that I agree with, like, we can't be friends. I'm like, no, there's more to this life that you can all agree on. Like I said, I've got friends on either side of the fucking aisle. Like I said, it's weird to.
Well,
I hate that that's what it's fucking come down to, because I'm like, I don't see shit like that either. I'm like, I just judge you as a person. Like, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care if you like to go to gay swinger parties every weekend. Fucking good for you. I'm glad you're having fun with your life. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do.
Here's the biggest problem. It's the people that are so tied to their politics that in their Twitter name, literally on the headline name, they have to put what their flags are, what color hearts from the LGBT nonsense they are, where they have to blast politics to everybody. It doesn't matter. Get over yourself. Just like Jeremy said, just like Frank said. We all go watch movies. We play sports. Whatever. There are other things out there in life than my reproductive rights, which so many of these witches are obsessed with, which I'd be willing to bet most of these women ain't getting touched in the first place. So why are you really that worried about it? To me, that's the biggest thing.
That shouldn't be the fucking leading, like, forefront of, like,
right.
Again, like, your fucking identity. I'm like, it doesn't.
There's nobody stupider than a single issue voter. If that is your single, like, okay, if you were going to ask me, hey, Tex, what are you voting for? I'm voting for a better economy, strong borders, a prosperous life within the world that I'm paying for. All of these things. So many things I've voted for. I'm not just going to come out and say, oh, I'm voting for gun rights. I don't care about anything else. The world can burn, but as long as I can have a gun.
Stand on one thing, like, really?
Right.
Why?
I swear to God, we need IQ tests before you're allowed to vote. We need that immediately. These people are retarded.
Remember, if you don't go to college, you're not smart. You don't get a say.
Yeah. Go to college, pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get brainwashed for a job that you can't pay back that hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then you're bitter for the rest of your life making videos like these. Smart decision. Yeah, real good.
I've never regretted doing that, because I'm like, I understand that, like, intelligence is it's big. It's, there's two different kinds of intelligence. You can be common sense smart, or street smart, as they put it, or very book smart, and actually like very intelligent. I'm like, I'm impressed by people who are genuinely intelligent, because I'm like, you're wired different than me. I can't do that. I'm rock. But I'm like, I know a lot of dumb shit. I know a lot of things, and it's a different level of intelligence. But that doesn't make me less of a person. I've been saying that shit for like the past 15 fucking years, and I was right. I'm like, this feels like a fucking like a waste of time and money. And I'm like, I've been saying, I'm like, yeah, that would be nice. I mean, sure, wouldn't it be nice if I got, go to college, get a good job? I'm like, right, that worked back in 1953 when you could fucking, that made sense. You could
if you want to be a doctor, yes, go to medical school. If you're going to be a regular person, go learn a trade where you don't have to get into hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt that you can't ever pay.
And there's no guarantee.
That makes no sense whatsoever. I've never understood that.
The last thing I'll say is I will always share this little bit of a comedian I saw. He's like, it's made me hate old people. I see like some of you in here tonight, and you know what? Fuck yourself. You're like, oh my God, my house worth $2 million right now. But when I bought it back in 1983, I paid 11 raspberries for it. He's like, everyone my age is like, I have 9 fucking roommates. We all pay $1,100,000 fucking dollars a month. We have to keep Bill on the fucking thing because he's a dog, but he's on the goddamn lease. I missed a payment last month. They took a toe. I walk in a circle now. I love that bit so much, and I will never not share that shit.
I've got a funny one here that you guys are going to enjoy. Check this shit out.
All right.
If you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands. If you've lost faith in humanity, and this is your villain origin story. If you've lost faith in humanity,
villain origin story. Somebody just watched Joker.
I don't want to. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to piss off the YouTube gods and get a strike. But I mean, I had to play that because it was funny.
Copyright strike.
If she or he, whatever that thing is, would have just said, "We live in a society," it would have been perfect. Like you could have put Joker makeup on her and just sent it home, buddy. That would have been amazing.
Cut to Jim Jeffries, where he's like, "We're not fucking animals. We live in a society." Oh man! Speaking of Australia,
if you want faith in humanity, clap your hand. See, I'm convinced these people were the type that, oh, poor, you're special. You're a princess. You can be whatever you want. And they always had that mentality and attitude growing up. They were never told no. And then they got in the real world and realized, oh, crap, reality sucks. And then we get, oh, I need Prozac. I need a mental health professional. I need a beanbag chair with a coloring book to make my feelings come out. This is the kind of people that we're expected to come together with. Whatever that is, I'm against, just for the record. So, whatever.
Well, a shout out to Rusin Chu, who just did a donation and said maybe if someone fucks the liver out of these women, maybe they'll see the light. Hashtag
Hey, Aru, if you think you're man enough,
do I have to
Godspeed.
To the right?
Is
that how that works? I don't know. What it's called.
Yeah, oh my goodness, these people.
I'm not sure you can get
welcome to Jackass. I call this one the right winger.
Here's another one that a lot like my friend on Facebook
who
thinks she's worried she's going to lose everything.
Well, look at that 5-head.
We may not.
We're gonna cry.
So I'm going to bed with the last bit of dignity that I have left. We fought a good fucking fight, and if it turns out that, shit flips, great, hell yeah, but right now I'm just not. I can't fucking deal with this shit right now.
Wow.
Oh.
See, that's the kind of girl that cries.
Good God.
I'm sorry.
That's the kind of. Oh.
No.
Wow.
Why?
Ooh.
Why? Do you really?
Okay, I'm calling fake on this one.
I'm sorry. No.
Oh goodness.
She had time to perfectly position the camera on the dashboard of the car. Yeah, that one was set up. Yeah.
No, this is that thing Frank was talking about. She filmed this on her break and then went back into work and just like nothing happened, went on with her day.
Did some editing and some trimming to make it just cut perfectly. Yeah, I could see
her
that.
Fucking sun visor off too. That was kind of wild.
But going back to that one you played right before that girl that's crying about, I'm going to have less rights tomorrow. She does know Trump doesn't take over till January, right? Like, technically Biden is still the president, but she probably cries whenever.
You mean weekend at Biden's?
That's why I showed this earlier.
That one. Yeah, I'm like, you can still do it.
I guarantee you that girl thinks like, or that girl cries if like she gets one less pump of something in her Starbucks, it ruins her whole day. Like she's that kind of person. So whatever.
If I don't taste all of the pink in the drink, I'm going.
If there's not 3 pumps of mocha in there, God help everybody. She's bitching everybody out.
Hey, I like mochas. All right, fuck you.
Oh, here's another good one. Here's another good one that I'm sure.
Here comes Shaniqua. Here she comes.
The cops called.
Y'all want to violate my stuff? I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because all the people that's violating my freaking live right now are Trump supporters. Y'all the only ones happy about this shit right now.
In your fucking head. That's
y'all the only ones.
Glorious.
Y'all see I got my blue on. I done cried so fucking much that my blue went up. I have to wear red because this is my freaking job. If I didn't have to wear this stupid ass color, I wouldn't be wearing it.
Ooh.
Trust and believe me. I hate red so fucking much in my right now. I don't even know what to do. I've never hated red so much in my life until now. I hate red. Hate the fact that I have to wear this color today. I really do. Because I don't represent Trump at all. Go Trump. Honey,
mean? You gonna say we'll see if you still scream "Go Trump" in the next few fucking months. Let's see.
Oh, I will be.
We'll see. Oh, y'all say "Go Trump." We'll see if y'all still screaming that. We'll see.
Oh, we
Because
will.
I bet you won't. Because that man about to walk up in that White House and he about to tear shit up. He about to tear shit up.
That's the idea.
I feel like she doesn't.
Hold on, she doesn't like the color red. Like, are you Picasso? Do you have a blue period? Like, what the fuck? Who's gonna tell her?
Go work at Walmart. Don't work at Target if you don't want to wear red. Switch jobs. It's fine, Shanique. We'll go ahead. Bye.
Yeah, I don't. God, these people. And then here's
what the hell is that thing?
I'm not entirely sure. Let's try to figure it out.
What is wrong with you? I can't do this anymore. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick to my stomach. What has happened?
We're sick to your face.
What has happened to democracy? What has happened to
we saved
freedom?
it.
That's a long story, sweetheart.
I'm done. This is a message.
Oh, break the phone.
If you voted for Trump,
Like
unfollow me and block me. If you didn't vote, unfollow me and block me. The fact that it's this close means I've lost all hope in the American people. Like, it should not be this close. Why would anyone?
It wasn't. It was a bloodbath, actually, sweetheart.
What you were
He's
watching,
so demented.
It wasn't close at all.
It's not perfect. We all know that. We all know that.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about earlier. There's something that a lot of them will say when they post stupid fucking videos like this that makes it very clear what they're after. They all say, if you don't agree with me, unfollow me and block me. If you don't, blah, 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 unfollow me and block me. It's like, that's
for the fact
currency.
that we're guys, they should not be.
That's the currency that they think is valuable, is this fake. It's like, how much money do you get if you have a follower? You get none. How much money do you think you lose if you are blocked? You lose none. That's for them. That's the currency that matters. That doesn't fucking mean anything. One of the smartest things I've ever heard anybody say is when Dave Chappelle was just like, I don't fucking worry about Twitter because Twitter's not a real place. It's not. None of this shit is real. They've all been conditioned to think that the number of followers you have on a social media platform or the number of views or clicks or likes is how your life is going to be measured. None of that does anything for you. You can post a video like one of these crazy bitches saying whatever crazy shit you want to say, get 500,000 likes, 750 million views, and you still have to go work your fucking minimum wage job as a barista making my fucking coffee. Okay? None of that matters. Why are so many of them like, oh, you don't like this? Just unblock me and follow me, unblock me. Bitch, I'm not following you to begin with. I'm only putting you on my channel right now to laugh at your ignorance. That's the only reason. This is true. You're getting on my
Actually, we're putting you out there, so you're welcome.
Yeah, I've already
find the right people.
Aru was kind enough to donate to us. I read it a minute ago, so I've already made money off you, crazy bitch.
Hey, just like JSP said, we didn't follow her, and we voted, so we have to block her now. So. We have to move on.
One of the funniest shirts that Rachel just bought recently says, "Well, the social media was a mistake." I'm like, yeah. It really
hey, I agree. I 100%. I said 100%.
Yeah, even the old people are getting in on it. You guys ready for this guy?
Oh, let's go.
Twitter is in the next 24 hours, but I'm leaving. I can't. There's no more to say. There's nothing else to say. We lost both houses and the White House and America. You know how many people he's going to pardon now?
Every J6.
It's just, there's no stopping him. There's no stopping him. And frankly, I'm afraid to stay here.
Well, leave.
I'm almost 80 years old.
Okay.
I've been fighting since 2017.
Wow. Oh, gosh.
So, what did you do?
What were you doing with the first 65 years of your life? The first 70 years of your life?
Yeah, some of these fucking people, I'm just like, come on, man. It's like you're really going to leave your house at 80 years old because you're mad you lost the election? Dude, literally nothing's going to change for you. If anything, Trump's trying to work for you by not taxing your fucking Social Security.
All right.
Come on.
You know, I wish Trump was as radical.
I'm like, this is an older guy. I'm like, I mean, sure, I can see every college fucking girl with a goddamn cell phone and internet connection bitching about, I can't wear the color red, but like, that was a little interesting to me because this guy is, from a different time and still saying this shit. I'm like, that's more interesting to me
than
anything
Jeremy,
else.
hey, you take those words back. He's been fighting since 2017, by God. He's a veteran, for Christ's sake. Come on now.
Yeah, he's a veteran of this war against the
but before we play another one, though, I wish Trump was half as radical as these people accuse him of being. They make him out as if he's this just alt-right. He's
like, no, he's not.
They act like Trump walks around spitting on Mexicans or something. It's like, good God, what are you people like? He's been president before. Did y'all completely forget?
No.
Right.
I like how they're like, oh, he's going to go in there. He's going to be unstoppable. I'm like, who wants to tell them about checks and balances? We're going to have a history lesson, kids.
They don't have enough brain cells to process checks and balances, Jeremy. What are you talking about? They can't handle that.
Let's get through a couple more of these.
To me, is that if this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating.
My dick is rock hard.
Everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like we're scared for our lives. We're scared for our friends. Like you have pro-life women dying because their doctors are scared to treat them because the repercussions of his last presidency. How did we get here?
Okay, first off,
how we got there was you had your people in office for 4 years and they didn't help you. But I mean, that's none of my business.
Yeah, this case is they like to throw out there about how women are dying because they can't get abortions. They're a little bit more involved in that. I actually had both the articles pulled up for the election night stream, but it didn't come up, so I didn't want to. Like I said, I didn't want to make it about abortion because I knew that's usually where the discussion goes off the rails. But those particular cases were. While I agree that the Texas law needs to be adjusted a little bit to allow for some things, because in these particular situations, it may have saved one or both of these women's lives. But the bottom line is those cases were as much about malpractice as they were about not being able to give that woman an abortion. If you actually took the time to read about the cases, like way before it gets to the point where the abortion becomes something that might be necessary, there was some really bad treatment that these women got from their doctors. So that to me is like step one. So really what they're doing is they're burying the lead. They're going like the third or fourth thing that happened. They're like, oh yeah, the abortion could have stopped that. Not understanding that there was mistakes made way before that could have saved these women's lives and maybe even the babies' lives. So I mean, I don't. Well, maybe not the baby's lives. They were both cases. They were actively miscarrying, and it was causing some health issues for the women. I don't know exactly what. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't go too much into them because these women both ended up passing away, unfortunately. But it's like you have to read more than just the headline, and people like that don't do that. They don't read the headline. But whatever. But let's see. Then we got a woman getting assaulted for wearing a MAGA hat.
Lady
apparently.
just said she was a poll worker. You saw him just touch me. Let me cast my ballot, sir. You cannot touch me. Do not touch me like that again.
Take your hat off.
Do not touch me like that again. Do not touch me like that again.
Ma'am.
Do not touch me. Hey.
I hope she kicks him in the
This
dick.
man is refusing to let me cast my ballot.
This lady is refusing to take off her party designation.
That's not a party designation, sir. And actually, I'm an elected libertarian. So fuck off.
Ooh.
She's also being obscene. We can use that.
Oh, he hasn't seen obscene. He should watch this show more often.
I will.
Now, may surprise you. I'm going to come down on his side just a little bit on this one. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. For one, I don't give a shit if she wears a hat. I mean, I saw some people wearing Kamala shirts when I went to vote the other day, and I didn't really care. No, but nobody gave them any shit about it. Their vote counts the same as me, whatever. But there are laws in several states, and I don't know if there's a federal law, but in several states saying that you're not allowed to do any electioneering within so many feet of the entrance or exit of a polling place. So while the hat just may have been a hat that said MAGA, we all know what it means. we know what it means. As a matter of fact, I thought it was kind of funny because when I got to my polling place, there was some lady handing out some literature about issue 1, the gerrymandering thing that was on the ballot here in Ohio. And I looked at her and I was like, I'll take it and read it, because there was actually, for the first time in a long time, there was a line. I got through it in like 20 minutes. It didn't take me very long at all. But I mean, usually when I go to vote, I pop in there, I walk right up to the counter, get my little card, go plug into the Dominion machine, which who the hell knows if that's ever going to work right or not. And then I go vote. I'm in and out in like 5 minutes.
That's something else we need to get rid of.
Yeah, I actually had to wait in line for like 20 whole minutes. And like I said, I wasn't mad, but I was like, damn, this is the turnout. This is like the longest line I've ever been in to vote. And
ours was out the door, down around the block. Like, it was a long line.
But I thought it was funny. I was like, I don't know what the rule is here in Ohio. I mean, she was probably about 150, 200 feet away from the actual doors, so she was probably clear of it. I was like, it's weird that because I've never really seen a whole lot of people out there doing any electioneering like that. But I mean, she was. I noticed that, but I was like, whatever.
Okay, but here's my problem with that law. So when you go to your polling place, like half a block before you get there, there's nothing but yard signs for every candidate under the sun. Going to that polling place, you already know who you're going to vote for. And if you don't, you shouldn't be voting in the first place. So let's say I was wearing a MAGA hat like this lady here. You can't tell me that her wearing a MAGA hat inside that polling place is going to change anybody's mind about anything. That's the most retarded argument that I've ever heard. That's stupid. It's a nonsense law.
I would imagine by the time you get in line at a polling place, you've got your mind made up. Now I also am kind of the exception to the rule, because in 2016, I wasn't very sure about Trump when I was in there to vote. So I stood there for a minute. I voted for all the other crap, and I stood there for a minute, and I was like, I can't vote for Hillary because she's a disaster. I was like, but
but
I didn't vote for Trump in the primary the first time around. I voted for Ted Cruz but I was like, I mean, I was stuck. And like a couple of times it popped up, was like, do you need more time? Yes or no? And I was like, yes. and finally I went ahead and voted for Trump. Now I'm glad I did ultimately, but I mean, but
even you in that scenario, Frank, if you looked up and looked over and a guy was wearing a MAGA hat and a guy was wearing a Mitt Romney hat, is that going to influence you though? Or are you that simple-minded?
I'm not that simple-minded, but the problem is a lot of people are.
Well, those people shouldn't be voting in the first place. If you're that stupid, don't vote.
At the last one, I mean, I wore my President Loki sweatshirt. I mean, I don't know if I changed anyone's mind with that.
I bet you somebody looked at me like, you know what? I'm writing in Loki right now, bitches.
God damn it. The lady in front of me thought that was the coolest shirt ever. She was like, oh my God, he's got a President Loki sweatshirt. Like tapping her daughter. Like,
that's stupid. You should be able to wear whatever you want. It makes no sense that you walk through 5,000 signs and banners before you get to that polling place. But as soon as you cross through those magical doors, you can't have anything. Yeah, that's retarded. That's stupid.
JSP says the voting booths near Houston, we're not even supposed to have any political clothing on. Yeah, that's kind of a thing. I mean, like I said, I mean, in the polling place is one thing, but
that's
Houston, Harris County.
You're not allowed to have anything that's,
Harris County here in Texas is the most politically corrupt county in the entire state, and that's counting Austin. Houston is bad. JSP will know what I'm talking about. I'm up in the DFW area, but Houston is bad. Like, they're notorious, horrible mayors. It's so much corruption going on down there. It is bad in Houston. It is horrible. It is awful.
Stewart says their polling booths usually have free barbecue on that day. That's awesome. They call them democracy sauce.
There you go. Hey.
Put another shrimp on the Barbie there, mate.
I was like, maybe we should go to Australia. I don't know.
I would put a kangaroo on my smoker pit.
Casey doesn't think it's real. So, see, Casey, you're missing out on all the democracy sausages because you don't think it's real. God damn it, dude.
You know, one of the things I did find interesting, Hall of Famer Jim Brown. I mean, we know that name. One of maybe the greatest running back in the history of the NFL. There's no argument to be made. Now he was a big civil rights activist, really big. Friends with all the guys, Martin Luther King, all those guys. Was a part of that circle.
He was even friends with the Black Panthers.
His daughter endorsed Trump, which I thought was not a small move. You're talking about one of the most prominent civil rights leaders in history. To say nothing about how good he was as a football player. and his daughter rolls out there and starts summoning for Trump. Oh yeah, that's meaningful.
Yeah.
I firmly believe we have moved beyond a place of the black people vote blue, the white people vote red. Now, are there some that still live within that world? Sure, because there's always going to be idiots anywhere you go. But this is we've evolved beyond this. You know, the people that are smart enough to see, you know, just go back and look at what LBJ had to say about black people. I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the Democratic Party, I don't know what to tell you. But, you know, she's obviously a smart lady.
Yeah, I still can't find the numbers from when, from exactly how Trump did with the minorities, but there's a lot of numbers getting thrown around on the.
I want to say it was like 45% of both black males and Mexican men, I believe is what it was, but I could be off on that number.
Yeah, here's another psycho person tearing up Trump signs.
I mean, isn't that like, you know, destruction of property? But whatever.
They're gonna say call the cop.
It's vandalism. The fuck.
Oh, and then
tearing up that sign helps.
Crazy lady too. This crazy lady.
You're trespassing and stealing private property.
That's actually a federal crime.
Yeah, but it's not like.
Wow.
He just hit me in the face.
The police are coming.
Oh, I love it. I'm so happy they're coming because I can basically.
Oh, she's gonna be real happy when she's in the one cut.
He did not hit you in the face.
Oh my God.
Drop the sign. Get out of here. This is private property. Get out of here. Get out of here now.
These psycho.
Wow. The best one I saw of those, and I don't know if you probably couldn't find it in the time we have left. Somebody put like tiny little paneling nails, like small enough, like where you couldn't see them, like just, you know, from far away, all through their Trump sign that they had on the edge of the road because somebody kept running their Trump sign over. Well, they caught the guy that was doing it because they put the sign out with all the nails in it because that guy was over there changing his flat tire about 10 feet later. So, you know, some of these people, you know, gambled and lost on that bet. So,
dude,
you know,
watch
out.
I never put I never put any political signs in my yard. I just don't do it. I don't see the point. I don't look, for one, they're not paying me to advertise for them. That's kind of part of it. For two, there are people out there that will act like this. I don't want to have to deal with them. It's not going to change the way I vote. I don't really need to. I put my American flag out hanging off my porch. That's all I put.
You know, the racking of a shotgun shell is a really pretty universal fucking sound. Like, get off my goddamn sign.
So badly. I'm sorry.
That is over.
That's not entirely true. Last election, there was a Trump sign in my yard for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, because my dad came by and put one by when we weren't home, and I was just like, yeah, I don't really care. And then somebody eventually came by and stole it. And this year, I told Jennifer, I was like, I am 100% going to put a Trump sign up, and I am 100% going to be one of those assholes that wires it to the house box or something like that. So, and I'm 100% going to put a live cam on that bitch because I want it on camera when some asshole walks up and like tries to grab it and gets fucking electrocuted. Because right across the street, a couple of houses down from me are these people. I'm assuming they're extremely liberal because they have the rainbow flag. They had the vagina flag out in front of their house for a while. And I've never really talked to them. They seem nice.
I must have missed that one when I came to visit you.
Well, this was when we first moved in. They had it for a little while. I think by the time that I had actually had anybody over here after we moved in,
vagina flag,
that it had gone away, and now it's just a pride flag.
I support your flag,
but and you know, I sometimes I'll wave at them as I'm driving by. They seem nice enough. I just don't talk to them that much. I talk to my neighbors on this side pretty regularly, but that's about it. But I so badly wanted to put one out, and Jennifer was like, no. She was like, we're gonna get sued.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Anybody with half a brain can logically come to a decision without seeing a sign in a yard. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, if you need yard furniture to help dictate what you vote, you probably got bigger issues. You know what I'm saying?
No,
we have a thing on our porch to put a flag in there, and she keeps asking me, well, like, what kind of flag you want to put out there? I'm like, I'll put stupid shit out there like a Loki flag, or I'll put like the NCR flag from Fallout. Like, I'll do something like that, like just because I'm dumb like that.
You can't see my yard from the road anyway, so it wouldn't matter what I put out there.
You know what you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna try to like draw some attention to it or something like that. And I was gonna call like Jeremy and some friends over. We were gonna dress in like tactical gear, and we were all gonna like post up outside. So when we walked up to it, we were gonna flip on like the exterior lights. We were all gonna roll up there and be like, "Get down right now." We are gonna like act like we were gonna arrest him or something like that. But I was like, I thought about that for about 5 minutes, and I was like, no, I'm definitely going to jail for that shit.
We're gonna get arrested for that. So,
I'm definitely gonna go down for that one. It would have been funny though. Would have been funny,
dude. You can ask Brooding Gamer about. I think it was actually probably about 10 years ago now. We tried to film a zombie movie, and like very clearly, I don't have real guns, but I'm walking around with like an AR-15. We already went to the police stations and shit, and like we asked permission, like, hey, can we do this? Like, if we start filming some stuff, and they were cool about it. They're like, yeah, that's just
holy
thanks
crap.
for letting us. Yeah, he's like, thanks for letting us know. So if anyone calls in, we'll know, like, hey, no, they're filming a video. Like, just they're cool. He was excited as shit. So like, we're filming stuff, and like, literally, this lady across from where Brooding Gamer lived was like out in the yard, ruining the fucking shot for one thing. I'm a goddamn star, walking down, saving the world from zombies. Beside the point. And she's like in the fucking like screaming across the fucking road, like, "Is that real? Is that a real gun?" I'm like, I'm gonna edit it out later. You don't see the fucking orange tip? Like, do I look like? Okay. I'm trying to shoot zombies in the fucking head, but yeah, no, I'm like, you can't even do that. Like, I've even thought about like if we ever did something like that again, I'm like, I don't know, get people some fucking high vis vest on it, say like film crew or something. I don't fucking so people quit fucking with us. Although, as Frank knows and Tech, I'm sure we've explained it to you. And in places we live, you do that, you probably get shot just trying to do that. So maybe not a good idea.
But yeah, the election is now over. Thankfully, I can take my political break for about the next year and a half and decompress. That's usually how I do it. It's like the generals are over, the president's been elected, however it goes, and then I'll take about a year and a half. Usually about the midterms when I'll start watching again. I told myself last year I was going to start watching a little earlier because I wanted to be a little bit more active in the midterms. I couldn't do it. Especially after this one, I've been so exhausted by the last 2 or 3 elections. It was like, I kind of expected the Trump versus Clinton election to go the way it did, but once it was over, I just thought it was over. And I think for the most part it was. And then 2020 was just such a goddamn disaster. And this one was so much worse. I will say it again, though. Like I said the other night, this was by far the most eventful election cycle ever. It
was wild.
Entertaining ever. I mean, when do you get 2 assassination attempts on a presidential candidate in the span of
And then he goes and fucking flips fries at McDonald's. Like, what? What the fuck?
Garbage truck and
the garbage truck. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the only thing he had left to do was to like parachute into the fucking inauguration from like a C-130.
No,
puts his arm out, a fucking eagle lands in his arm. He's like, all right,
that's all that's left. I mean, that's all that's left for Trump to do, just blow us out of the water.
My favorite thing that Trump did, besides the actual garbage truck deal, because I don't know if you'll watch any of his rallies or not. He had a rally like an hour after that. He wore the orange vest to that rally. Like, didn't wear the suit coat, just wore the orange vest for like the whole 3 hours. And he just, giving his regular speech. But it was so entertaining to watch. I was like, you know what? Even if I wasn't voting for you already, you just earned my vote for that. So, bravo,
there
Trump.
Was somebody else watching, she was losing her fucking like, you cannot troll this man. You fucking said something stupid. He came back with you the next day. I'm like, yeah, just don't try.
Oh yeah.
He's having too much fucking fun.
Yeah. Well, he just
you see that bit like where he's letting out the drive-through window at McDonald's and they're like, hey, it's Kamala's birthday. You gonna get her anything? He's like, I might send her some flowers. Why don't you give her some fries? Like, maybe I'll sell her some fries. I don't know. I'm like,
well, look at it this way. Dick. On a more serious note. For anybody who says, "Oh, Trump's Hitler, he's this, he's that," look at how many Democrats, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, these people who came over to his side because they realized he's not a Republican. He's not Mitt Romney, John McCain Republican. He's not some stuffed suit over there. You literally have the Justice League of political people. Hell, I watched an RFK video that he put out already about health stuff just before coming to this. And I'm not even a big Tulsi Gabbard fan. I don't like her gun policy, but you know what? that shows unity. You know, somebody earlier talked about how come we can't come together. Trump came together with the people on the other side. You know, he trolled this woman. Kamala Harris was the worst candidate ever. You could have rolled out Jimmy Carter in his state right now, and he would have done better than Kamala Harris. It's just, it was, you know,
Jesus.
I know we're in such a polarizing time, but I can't help but truly feel we are about to truly relive the golden era of this country. I can't wait to see what it becomes. And I just hope that they give the man the chance to do it and don't do something stupid, if you know what I mean. So,
yeah, JSP may have run a few numbers for me. He's saying 45% Latinos, 13% blacks for Trump, up from 8%
there you go.
2020. Then he also says, according to
That's huge.
NBC, 57% of whites, 30% of blacks, 46% Latinos, 39% Asians, and 54 other. I don't know what the other would be, but yeah, that's the Latino vote is big. That's the big one. I really thought he would have done a little bit better amongst blacks, but I mean the Latino vote, that's fucking huge. I mean, I don't think a Republican candidate has ever gotten anything over like 30, maybe at the most.
Well, even the Hispanics are like, hey, all of these people flooding the border, they're taking our jobs first. They're taking our money before they get anybody else's. Why do you think they voted for Trump? You know, they're smart enough to see what's going on. That's why they did that.
You see, Peter, I kind of disagree. I think that there are politicians that don't care. There are politicians that are there for money. They're there for power. They're there for all the reasons they shouldn't be there for. I think people generally get into politics wanting to make a positive difference. I think what ends up happening is that a lot of them will say, well, okay, if I want to get this one thing done that's really important to me, it's really positive, I have to kind of play a ball this other small thing. And so you sell like a part of your soul thinking it's going to be okay because you're doing the greater good. Then you sell a bigger part of your soul. The next thing you know, you're just part of the system. I think a lot of people go into it in the beginning, you know, in their 20s or 30s, you know, they decide to run for state legislature or whatever, and they have the best intentions, but they end up kind of getting swallowed by the system. And I think ultimately they think they're doing good. Now you have the people, the Pelosi's and probably Mitch McConnell and all these people that are there for 150 years until they're basically mummies, and they're getting all the stock prices and shit like that. I mean, yeah, there are those people, but I think there are people out there that want to do good. Furthermore, I think one of the reasons why so many Republicans hate Trump is that he didn't just expose the Democrats when he won in 2016. He exposed the Republicans real bad.
Oh yeah.
That's why you see people like the Cheneys supporting him and fucking whatever other asshole rhino Republicans that were backing Harris in this election. Right. Those are the people that want war. Those are the people that want the system to stay intact so that they can make their money off Halliburton. They can make their money off whatever, stock prices and whatever. They want to be able to make that money and keep that power. That's one of the things that he did was he exposed both parties for their bullshit. And I've said it a lot. The reason why Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders got such positive feedback in their campaigns, because you can agree with them or disagree with them on their policy or their ideas, but those guys are not bullshitting you. They are telling you exactly how they feel. They're 100% honest about it, and that's what really drove a lot of people to their camp. Is they were like, I believe in this guy. Their sincerity is what drove their campaigns. It didn't go so well for Bernie. He got screwed. I honestly think that if Bernie and Trump would have gone head to head in 2016, I don't know if we'd have had a President Trump. I really do think Bernie might have won that election. And I think the Democrats screwed themselves out of it because they really thought that, anybody's going to beat Donald Trump, this fucking guy he builds buildings and he's on The Apprentice. He's not a real candidate. We're going to go ahead and throw Hillary. We're going to go ahead and arrange it to where Hillary is out there because we want to have the first female president. That's going to be our legacy. We're going to have the first female. We had the first black president. Now we're going to have the first female president. And then she goes there and gets smoked. And, not just smoked, but smoked. And he fucking exposed everybody.
I'll say this. When it comes to them not caring, I'm actually going to agree with Peter a little bit on that because, I would agree. Most politicians don't give a crap about anybody besides when it's time to pay our taxes or go vote. What is different about Trump this time is this is his last time to run. He is going to want to leave a legacy of success, and in order to have a successful legacy, he has to do good for us. He wants us to remember him fondly. So for that simple reason alone is why I have hope in what Trump is going to do this time. Like I said, I'm not a Trumper. I'm not up here wearing MAGA gear with the flags and everything else. I think Trump is soft on quite a few issues, and he's gone too moderate for my liking. But even that being said, there's no perfect candidate. He was the best option that we've had in a long time, and I truly believe that Trump is going to do something good for this nation, and we're going to be better off than we were 8 years ago, not just 4 years ago. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, probably a good place to start wrapping things up. I'm ready to eat some dinner and go to bed.
Yeah, I got my dinner here too.
After taking Wednesday off, thank God I took Wednesday off because I was exhausted as fuck all day Wednesday after. It has been a long time since I've stayed up till 3-something in the morning. That's about the time I went to bed. Is a little bit after 3. But
yeah,
it's been a long time. Usually 10:30 is my bedtime anymore. But man, that was a long night. I felt good when I was doing it. Man, the next day, man, I struggled. Well, it was a struggle. And today was a bit tough too. But yeah, good time to start wrapping things up. I'm not sure what movie we're going to be reviewing on Tuesday. Definitely back to the movie content on Tuesday. Now that the election stuff is over, we will work that out over the course of the next few days. But thanks to my guys for coming to hang out as always. I invited Sabrina back on, but she was just like, no, I'm tired. I got to go to bed. I'm still recovering from being up that late on Tuesday night. But maybe we'll get
years
Sabrina.
old. Shut up.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Sabrina back on here to review.
Bounce back like a rubber band.
But my hetero life mate Jeremy, where can the folks at home find you, my friend?
Yeah, I'll still be here. Like I said, I'll still be going to work every day. Like
you bigot, you white male.
Well, you know what? Whatever. I don't. I'm aware that I am the most hated demographic that walks this earth. So, whatever. Affect my fucking life. I don't give a shit. If you want to live with that much hate in your heart, you go right ahead. You can tell me all about it on Tuesday and Thursdays in the comment section when I'm here, not giving a shit about what you think about me. So go see it on that for a minute. That's my mic drop.
And the shape of the Lone Star State, my man Tex, where can the folks at home find you, sir?
Well, obviously here Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do want to apologize for my abrupt absence on Tuesday night. My phone got so hot it literally shut itself off after like 5 hours. So I'm like, you know what? This is probably good. I don't want this thing to explode or something. So probably the time to call it. But yeah, there's actually a movie coming out this weekend. It's a A24 horror film, Heretic. It's got Hugh Grant starring in it. Yes. I listened to a review of it the other day, and they called it like a religious Saw movie. Like it was a take on a religion. Like it sounds very interesting. I'm gonna go see it this weekend. I don't know, maybe we could review it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go see it Friday night. I'll let y'all know if it's any good or not. But yeah,
I know we wanted to go see it, so
it's
I'm gonna go.
I've been interested in that. The trailers I thought looked pretty interesting, so I'm gonna try to go check it out this weekend. I'm not sure if I'll have a chance. I have to work this weekend, so I may or may not have time. But once I get a chance to go see it, we'll work something out. But
yeah, it looks.
What movie?
I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but I'm gonna go check it out.
So
yeah, last night, just kind of on a whim, that movie Trap, that new movie from M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong came out. It came out on HBO.
Oh, that was horrible.
I
don't care. Next.
I sat and watched it. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was kind of entertaining. Look, it's not Sixth Sense good. His shtick is definitely not what it used to be.
Yeah, what was the dumb twist?
I thought it was
what was the dumb twist? Just tell me.
No, give it a shot. It was entertaining.
No. I gave him a fucking shot.
First.
I thought the
without spoiling.
I thought fucking fuck was that one with the alien Signs. I thought Signs was cool.
Signs, yeah.
And then, like I said, you fucking ruined Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm like, no, don't ever make a movie ever again in your life, please. Don't. And you still does.
Trap was.
Pissed me off.
I don't really think there was a twist. It was just more of a meandering kind of thing.
I think the twist was all the kind of because it's like. I think it head fakes you at the first part of the movie where it's all about him getting out.
It does, yeah.
And I think that's kind of what the trailers kind of give to you. It's like the whole movie is about him getting out, when really there's a lot more depth to the story than what the trailers gives you. And I thought that was kind of a nice surprise. And
where
also,
the movie
I'm not
falls off.
Part of it works for me because the girl that plays his wife, Alison Pill, I've had a celebrity crush on her forever. I love her to death.
That's fair.
She's been in so many things that I've really loved. But so I mean, seeing her in it was really nice. But I thought it was really cool that like it wasn't just about what the trailer gave us. There was a lot of shit after that. Like because as I was watching the trailer, I was kind of like, how would they know he was there in the first fucking place? And it does break that down and explain it to you in a way that's perfectly logical. So it wasn't like the typical M. Night Shyamalan twist, but it was still entertaining and good. I mean, it was better than the last couple of things he's put out. Look, I mean, he's hit or miss anymore. He's made some duds and he comes out with like a Split or something like that. And I think this is one of his decent movies. So, I mean, I don't know. Give it a chance. If you haven't watched it yet, I'd say give it a chance. It's not bad. Nope. The acting's really good. The story's pretty good. Look, it's not the best movie. It's not the top 10, 15 movies made all year. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to win any awards. I thought it was an entertaining watch for a couple hours.
The movie fell off the second that the star of the movie went from Josh Hartnett to his daughter is when it fell off for me. Like they completely that was just blah. I didn't like that half the movie. It got convoluted and weird.
I was not fond of the final scene. I was not him like because I'm like, okay, so he slips his cuffs off. That doesn't really mean anything in the situation that he's in.
Yeah,
doesn't really
he's not going to make another one of these things. I mean,
yeah,
he
we're not
self-financed this movie. You know, this wasn't from a production. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan, whatever his name is. He put the money out for this movie. He ain't gonna put the money out for another one, knowing it ain't gonna make no money. So he ain't getting no more.
Like I said, I thought it was a decent enough movie. It's on HBO Max. If you have the streaming service, watch it for free. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, whatever. Go down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys watch it or not. But I thought it was decent enough. It was a good watch. Me and Jennifer both liked it.
JSP brought up a good point. It is the 25th anniversary of the Boondock Saints.
I'm waiting, guys. I mean, you guys supposedly filmed this movie or started filming the movie. I just
where's 3?
Give me a stinger. Give me a small trailer, just a short. Give me some set pics or something. Give me something. I want to know. I want to know. I just want to know. But hopefully that'll be coming out soon. Yeah, we'll definitely look on that. But yeah, that's what we got for tonight. Done with all the election bullshit. Still, maybe the midterm.
Thank you, God.
Yeah, back to the news on Tuesday. We will see you guys next time. Until then, adios. Oh, good God. I mean, Trump.
Back to work for the middle class.
Click the wrong button.
I now feel unburdened from what the last 6 months have been. I feel free now.
Oh, man. Just done. I'm just done. I'm done for the next year and a half. I need to walk away from
find the joy in your heart. Find the joy. Come on.
Hearts and minds.
Find the joy, Frank.
But you remember?
Done.
But she's from the middle class, though. Come on.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris who?
I'm sorry, I'm not taking any more questions.